Hi guys, welcome to Photo Tutorials. I'm going to show you how to create a black and white infrared image from a colour photograph. And for those of you who've never used black and white, it was something that was quite popular several years ago. You do have one or two people who specialise in it now, but you had to use a red filter over the end of the lens so that you filtered in the infrared light and tried to block out all the other spectrums of light. It was quite tricky to handle as well because you needed like a light bag, which was like a blackout bag to change the film in as well, so that no light could get onto that film, otherwise it'd be ruined. And you used to get some lovely ghostly looking effects with it. So I'm going to show you how to create from a colour image a nice black and white infrared. And to do it, what we're going to do is we're going to click on image, we're going to go to adjustments, and we're going to come down to the channel mixer tool, which is here. Click on channel mixer, and because we want a black and white image, we're going to work in monochrome. And the first thing we're going to do is, you can see you've got your RGB channels here, red, green, blue, and this is what they default at, plus 40%, plus 40%, and plus 20%. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to change them. Now, depending on your image, what we used to do is, several years ago, this had to be set at 100%. Like so. Now you notice, because I've changed that, you've got this warning triangle come over, because I've took the total exposure over what is the limit of by 60%. So I've got 160%, and it should stay at 100%. So you can see we've got the highlights here which are bleached out, and obviously we need to bring them back. So what we're going to do is, usually what we used to do is we used to give this 100% adjustment on the blue. Well, it was a split 100%. So basically, if I give one 40%, the other had to have 60%. If I give one 30%, the other one had to have 70%. But I think it doesn't work on this particular exercise because I think there's that much tonality in the print, not much going on, because it's a multi-layered image, this, as you can see. This actual place doesn't exist because it's the top half of the image is Rannoch Moor, Scotland, and the bottom half of the image is actually it's Paddy's Hole in Redcar, Cleveland. So there's quite a lot going on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this green to about 42%, like so. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same figure but in minus 42 for the blue. And one of the characteristics of this black and white infrared film is it used to make the skies go really, really wonderful black colour, and the whites you could get this lovely white glow on the mid-tones. Sorry, not the whites. Whatever mid-tones that showed up, they'd come out absolutely spectacular. So there we've got our total 100% there. So we've got no warnings coming on there, and as you can see, that is a lovely black and white infrared look. I'll compare that to a normal image converted to black and white. So there's the copy, which is a TIFF, and we'll just wait for that to open, and I'll go to image adjust. And the way I convert my black and white is, I don't use the black and white tool or this grayscale mode. What I do is I go to image adjust, I come down to gradient map, I hit the third one on the right, which is the black and white. There you see black white, click that, OK, and that's how I convert my colour into black and white. Gives me a lovely contrasty, great tonality black and white print. Excuse me. So if I drop that down, and if I just drag that over to compare both sides to that and the original, you can see there's a lot of these mid-tones have gone a lot whiter, a lot more ghostlier. And if I drag that over to there, you can see the effect on the left. Whoops, you can see the effect on the other side. That should be defaulted at 25%. There you go. So you can get the gist of where this is coming from. You know, you can have a play about with this. But we've got one more thing to do. the original film, it used to have, these whites used to come out with like a diffused glow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to filter, I'm going to go to filter gallery, and my glow amount is set to 2. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce that down, and I'm going to come down here and I'm just going to reduce. I want to see the whole image so I can get a good feel of how this, there we go, we can always zoom back in on that. So I'm going to set this glow amount to level 1 first. The clear amount I have default at 15, and the graininess I have to 0. So I'm just going to select the grain amount to 1 and try it on 2. Okay, personally I think it's a little bit overdone on 2, so I'll take the glow amount down to 1 and I'll click OK. And there we've got the diffuse glow on the black and white image. Again, what I'll do is I'll just open that other shot up and convert it to black and white to show you the difference between the two. There you go. You can see it actually brings the highlights out, I think, a lot more dramatic in the highlights. And as you can see, when you look at this original shot here, if you look at the tree, the actual leaves on the tree is actually black on the original. But if you actually look at the tree here, if I can zoom that in, I'll click that down and zoom in. You can see where it's converted the mid-tones into like a ghostly white, and that was one of the characteristics. I'll just show you there. That was one of the characteristics of black and white infrared film. Really worth having a play about with. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but believe you me, when you get these done right with those settings what I've just given you, give them a try and get them to a lab and get them printed off, and they'll look absolutely incredible when they're done. So again, give it a go and see what you think. Black and white infrared with a lovely border, a lovely mount card on there, white mount card with a black core and a nice V groove around the edge. You can't beat it. Absolutely brilliant. Give it a go and see what you think, and thanks for watching.